welcome to the Bumper Breakfast Show on MITV Plus. Welcome, it's a brand new day. My name is Tom Adirile. I am delighted, truly delighted to be here this Tuesday morning. And I have on the table, as usual, very well, meaning Nigerians and very good looking young men, here on the table. Um, Stanley actually affirmed what I said. Anyway, I'm not introducing Stanley. Odi, don't go on him. I'm going to introduce Aki Fatunke first. You can see how young he is, looking all, clouded up, geared up and ready to go. Good morning, Aki Fatunke.
I'm happy you introduced the younger man on the table.
First.
Let Stanley protest that. But let him do it real time, not the word I say I should be waiting for a paper.
Oh, God bless.
God bless you. Nice to be here. And we came in, and then maybe I shouldn't say it, but I should say it. You got a devastating news on your phone. Somebody that you are trying to. Actually, you said your spare parts dealer.
Yes.
You had to call. The wife just told you that he's passed on. My condolences. Good morning, Nigerians.
Thank you, Aki Fatunke. That was shocking news. Someone I saw not too long ago, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Unfortunately, it's really shocking. Still, the show has to go on. I have sitting with me the very spotty, if you will allow me to describe him that way, the very spotty Stanley. Stanley, good morning.
The ever-looking, young, radiant Tom, good morning. And
Be
the
vicious.
one who just said he's younger, good morning, Aki Fatunke.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Yes.
I'm not contesting anything.
Yes.
They say the older the wine, the better it tastes. Let's leave it at that. Tom, good morning.
Look at this young man.
No, but the older
But
the wine,
true. That's
The older
true.
the wine, so let's leave it at that.
Yes.
I'll just leave it at that. I'm not contesting anything. Good morning, Lagos. Tom, good morning.
Good morning, Stanley. All right, there's so much to discuss. So much to discuss. And we're going to be starting with our president. Isn't it the best way to start from the top? All right, so our president, Tinubu, he says, we will overcome Nigeria's security challenges through united effort. Of course, we know that is true. We're always stronger together. I mean, if you don't know that now, then you probably don't know anything. President Bola Tinubu on Monday expressed confidence that Nigeria would surmount its security challenges through collective national effort. He made the remark during a visit to the government house in Yola, Adamawa State, where he commissioned projects executed by Governor Amadu Fintri. The president commended the armed forces for their operations against insurgents, bandits, and other criminal elements, stating, "Together we shall win." He said the federal government remains appreciative of the military's ongoing efforts to safeguard the country. Tinubu also praised Governor Fintiri for delivering key infrastructural projects and urged him to continue pursuing inclusive governance. In his remarks, Governor Fintiri thanked the president for the visit and for commissioning the projects. He announced that a new permanent National Youth Service Corps orientation camp under construction in Malkohi would be named after the president. The facility was among the projects inspected during the visit. The president arrived at the Lamido Alia Mustafa International Airport, Yola, at about 1:20 p.m., where he was received by Governor Fintiri alongside senior members of the state government. Large crowds gathered across the state to welcome him. Well, for me, the meat of the story, is that the president believes, that we are stronger together and we can conquer, Nigeria's security challenges through united effort. And for me, this is really not news because we've said this over and over again on the table, that, all hands need to come together, all hands need to be on deck, for us to fight these, insurgents and, to be able to overcome them. So really, this is not news, but yes, it is a statement of fact, and coming from the president, I think it's important that we discuss it on the table this morning. Akin Fatunke, let's hear from you what you think about this statement by the president.
The statement is positive, like you said, and what one should expect if you are the captain of the ship, even if, not conceding, if you see that the ship is heading towards the rock, it is not you that should first start to say, jump out, and all that. You keep on engendering hope, and you keep on encouraging. What I wanted the president to have footnote that statement will be what I expect from a captain of a ship. Oh, my comrades, see the signal. Let's continue to be positive about it. But you know what? I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to stay in this ship. No matter the jackpot, the negative things that are going, and I'm going to lead from the front. So I'm talking about the perception, and you are right. On this table and on many tables of media houses is being discussed in the past 10, 15 years of the parlous nature of the Nigeria's security system. It's broken, and I did not hear Mr. President say it is not broken. I hear Mr. President saying we will merge. In communication studies, in effective communication, you say something like half full. If you say it's half empty, you are technically correct. But sometimes, since if it is full, then it can get fuller. If you say empty, it goes on to be really, really empty. But in that speech, something came out that personally, when you speak, people say, watch my lips. So I'm saying no. When in actual fact, I'm saying yes. You know, that kind of thing. Watch my lips. For the very first time, in my considered opinion, we have a president of a different party. I don't have to go to a state run by a different party, a stronghold that belongs to quote and unquote politically Adamawa, the Turaki himself, and he made such great statements about education, about roads, bypass. That hardly is what you see. Politics is taken from the center, and then you begin to attack those subnationals, and vice versa. Fintiri narrowly lost that election for a second bid, and it was fought totally. It was going to even be part of, we are going to have for the very first time a female governor. But see what Mr. President has done. It's called brinkmanship. So in that report that you read, he not only extolled Fintiri, and Fintiri gave him, full compliments. He went further to give a shun of the soil, as we say, no ribado. Not only a clean bill of health amidst the turbulence that he is facing. If you, me, and Stanley were to be in no ribado's shoes today, you'll be shaken beyond reasonable doubt. But what has Mr. President, as the captain of the ship, what has he done? Use that opportunity to say, Adamawa State, myself inclusive, I'm very proud of my National Security Advisor, his doggedness, his consistency, his hard work amidst all the odds. And you know what? When you put all these things together, I am making a statement to Nigeria. In unity, we are going to defeat the insurgency that has enveloped Nigeria, that has gone so deep. By the special grace of God, my prayer is that beyond it all, my common statement is Nigeria is negotiable. We can put that aside. And the quest and the race for power, if it continues, it goes beyond 2027, it is going to be the same shame of shame. So let's find a way to loosen up a little bit, and then we still come together. I'm happy that Mr. President has said that in the north of Nigeria, in Adamawa. I also heard that Mr. President has said that in the southeast of Nigeria. He has said it to Alex Oti, and he said it to the governor that has decamped, the Enugu State Governor, Peter Mba. And they, in turn, are also saying, look, together we can come and fight the common enemy. And that is the only way. When we put our hands together, yes, we go with boldness of mind and vision. One hand cannot lift a load onto the head. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
God bless Nigeria. And one more thing to add to all your proverbs and everything. Owokoki for Owokomo. Okay. All right. So you can't wash your one hand alone. It's not going to be as clean as if you wash. We're going to wash with two hands.
Correct.
All right. This man is from Cross River State. He's a Nigerian, yes, I know, but
true and true.
Cross River State.
He speaks Yoruba fluently.
He's as fluent as I don't know what to describe.
Much more fluent.
Whoa.
Lagos.
Very versatile young man.
I am here to talk politics and national issues. Provide my own solution, probable solution.
Let's hear your own point.
It's very simple.
It's always very simple for
very
us,
simple,
right?
yes. Because the moment we go hard, they'll say, these guys are too. Like a football coach, you don't criticize your players in the public. You go behind, chastise them, make necessary corrections, and you move on. You come out before the media and tell them, this is the best player. Between you and I, you know there's an issue. That's what they call leadership. He has made a commanding statement. Mr. President, for who he is, whether it's a political undertone or not. Like you said, which I will allude to, all hands must be on deck to ensure that we put an end to insecurity that has ravaged our communities and different parts of the country. That's number one. Number two, whether it's in the PDP or in the APC, he did it in the PDP or in the state owned by the APC, it doesn't really matter. It's what we call appraisal. If there is a growth in a state, in a country, then the leader must ensure that he or she gives the necessary credence and kudos to whoever is in charge. I can't remember the last time we had huge infrastructural development across different states in the country. First, let's go to Oyebanji of Ekiti State.
Ekiti.
It's a landslide victory for him. Yes, that's a statement of fact. Let's go to Osun State. Adeleke has done tremendously for himself. Let's come to Enugu State. So much has been done by Mba. Let's go to Anambra State. Charles Soludo has ensured that the growth of the state's economy gets to that appreciable level. Let's go to Alex Oti. We've not had it this good. As much as Nigerians want to see all of it happen, you understand, at once, it's a gradual process. We are this Oliver Twist, we want more. Everybody wants more. Just like they said, the result for hard work is more work. Now, Mr. President cannot do it alone. Like I said, sometimes it can be overwhelming. When you have so many issues to trash, so many matters arising on a daily basis. This governor brings this governor brings that. And this time around, it shouldn't be about the president alone. Why? Because the federal allocation that gets to the state governor should be well utilized. And I think it started with Wike in Rivers State under the later Muhammadu Buhari, where he used state government's money to pursue some developmental project. And he got refunded. So sometimes you make sacrifices. But then, how come this insecurity issue, with over 17.35 trillion that we have expended in combating it? I remember what's his name now, the PhD man in security, Olorunda, said that we'll still spend more. Because number one, are we recruiting enough? It's not just by expending so huge amount of money. Definitely, this year's budget, I am sure there's an allocation for security, for security. Now, it means we should stop spending all of this money and be strategic. Strategic in the sense that since we have spent, and it looks like we are not getting the solution that we want, we have employed the services of the US. Just yesterday, hundreds of US military touched down in Nigeria. We will still get to that. So it's a collective effort. Mr. President has said it. And we need to ensure that we do everything humanly possible to support Mr. President. Like I said, he can't be in Abu Dhabi, Japan, and different countries trying to bring in foreign investors, and yet the country is not safe for these foreign investors to bring in their money. So if it were you would not even attempt, that state or country that is ravaged with insecurity, I can't go put my money there because you're not sure of return on investment. So all hands, like I said, everything, the cost must be clear. Maybe not 100%. The cost has to be clear for all of this whole project that we envision that should drive the economy to come in.
Well, to a large extent, the cost must be clear, but I think our focus should be more on, fighting insecurity than bringing investors. Seriously, you see, you need to put the cart before the horse. This is me thinking now.
Okay.
Nothing wrong in bringing in investors because ultimately we need them to be able to grow the economy,
sure.
And we understand that. But you see, you don't want it to be an effort in futility because going to meet these investors, have talks with them is expensive. It attracts a cost.
Sure.
One, it's time consuming. Two, you really don't want to waste your time because at the end of the day, I mean, if the environment, if the terrain is not safe for them, they probably would not come.
Yeah.
You and I know and can attest to the fact that since the president took over, he has been, having talks in different countries with different leaders as to them coming to invest in the country, but not much has been actually, executed for obvious reasons. So I think this is a step in the right direction, and I think we should focus more on this. And I'm telling you the truth, he may not even need to put in as much effort as he's putting in. If the terrain is conducive, for commerce, for trading, for business, they will come. Investors will come because everybody knows that Nigeria is where the milk and honey flows. That's why my.
Let me give an instance. You have a business that you run.
Yeah.
And the environment leading to
Business.
your business center is not conducive. Do you think anyone will come and patronize you?
No.
It's as simple as that.
That's exactly what I said.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So the cost everywhere, the gutters and the environment must be clean for you to lure someone and say, I think I can do business with this woman.
Exactly.
Let me go patronize her. Let me go do business with this man. And that's exactly how it is happening right now in the country. We wish Nigeria all the best. We wish Mr. President all the best.
Yeah.
And I also wish Nigeria all the best. Anton, I hear you. I believe you've spoken like a mother. Mothers will always tell you, the youth will say, I want to break out. I want to be like Osimhen. Don't stop me. But the mother will still say, I don't see tomorrow. Go through the narrow path until eventually something breaks, a compromise comes in. I have a position, and I understand that which one should come first, chicken or egg? Clear enough. But the truth of the matter is, this issue that we are calling insecurity, I will not use the word insolvable under the terms and conditions that we have placed ourselves as Nigeria. But it is getting to a stage where we are going to be like this, like forever. Yoruba say that àyàngbẹ ajá dùn kí a tó yan ajá tán kí la máa jẹ. Yes, we must look at it, insecurity, and the issue of insecurity.
No, you need to break that down in English.
That when you fry dog meat, for people who eat dog meat, they say it's one of the best delicacies you can have. But you take some time before that dog meat gets right for you to be able to eat. In the meantime, you that are hungry, what are you going to eat? You might even die before that time comes. And what I was trying to get at is the insecurity that we are looking at is not something that you will be able to point out and say, yes, put in all the money that you have made, put in all whatever, and that the thing is going to go away. It is much more institutionalized and, percolating in a way that you are insecurity. I am insecurity. All of us are insecurity. We are all, one way or the other, looking at insecurity. If it favors me, it's likely to go down. It will never go away. If it favors you, it's likely to go down at your own end. It will never go away. It's the reason why I'm saying the only solution to it is for us to take cue from what Hamadu Bello told Nnamdi Azikiwe. Don't let us run away. Don't let us run away to say that we don't have differences. We have them. How do we surmount? Can we go a little bit? I schooled in the north. I am telling you, I don't want to ruffle feathers, that there are people who are professors, people like me, who schooled with me, who up till next tomorrow don't see eye to eye with the way you see things. Is that how we are going? Is that the environment you are going to try and resolve security? Is it an environment where some people, and we should say it exactly as it is, says without them, it's been said so many times, without them, Nigeria cannot go forward politically. And we see it, playing out all the time. And then you have alignment. It's either the East and the North. For a long time, for the very first time, the South and the North. Now the East, through obedience, and Obi wants to go. And then somebody comes out and says he's balked the national security advisors, and he said it openly. See, they come out and say some of these things openly. How many of the emirs in the North, how many of the emirs in the North have you had, including the Turaki of Adama, that we see situations that turn Nigeria into a country of particular concern, attacking Christians? I'm not saying Muslims are not being attacked. Have you ever seen anybody come out openly and say it is? That is not what we are going to be able to resolve. So I'm saying the wahala is much more internalized. It's not going to be press a button, spend all the money. Mr. President, don't go out. Okay, don't go and look for investment. If he doesn't go to look for investment, Nigeria will continue to go down, and then we're beginning to devour one another. That's not to say that I don't agree with you in terms of maybe scale of priorities. If people have been identified, go out there. Don't be talking about second term or third term or whatever it is. Go out there and prosecute them, even if they are the ones who brought you to power. It's much more intricate. But I know for sure God is going to help us. That's a prayer. But we must first of all start to find a way to help ourselves. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu as an example, and this is a hard sell, if he did not say that, look, this deluge of water that is coming, even if it's going to consume me, we must find a way to solve it. There would be a lot of pains in a lot of the process, the procedures, and the policies he has chosen. They are going to be very, very, very painful. They are going to be very painful. If we leave Nigeria the way it is going, Greece, Zimbabwe, they are waiting to just be the fate of Nigeria. And that is the truth, because we are highly, highly divided and, kind of divided. Is it possible? Is it solvable? Yes, I agree with Mr. President. It's solvable if you come together and do it in unity. But if you continue to do it in disunity, let any of the opposition be president today, and the kind of disunity that we are talking about is still there, we're not going to get anywhere.
And I hear you, and I agree with you that, this insecurity cannot be solved. It's something that, will linger on for a long time, perhaps maybe never go, but don't forget that when we had Boko Haram, at some point, it was, it calmed down. When we had the Asari Dokubo people, at some point, the militants, at some point, there was a calm. It's not as if they don't exist anymore. They do exist, but should we say they went into remission, kind of, so that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. I know insecurity in Nigeria because, listen, it's just, we're just one big family. You will find the good, the bad, and the ugly. You cannot find everyone in that family that will be good. So that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way it is. That's the way it must be, but we're saying, if we do concentrate on, making sure that it comes down relatively such that people who want to invest in this country can just walk in and say, you know what, we have come to invest. Truth is, like I said, we mustn't overlook that part of my statement. The president has been making efforts, he's been traveling back and forth. How much investment have actually come in? There have been promises, they're not, because, listen, when he goes to hold these talks with these people are diplomats. They speak diplomatically, they're not confrontational. So you give them a proposal, you talk to them and they will agree with you in your presence. But don't forget that when you're gone, they will have their own internal meeting. And some people will say, are you thinking in the right direction? Don't forget that that country has X, Y, Z, 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 all the facts now come out. And they look at it holistically, and they, if it's not possible, then they're not going to jump at it. And that's why I'm saying that, we must also focus, a lot on quelling insecurity, or at least putting it in remission. And the next story, is an attestation to the fact that, it's not as if something is not being done, by the Nigerian government. And this one says U.S. sanction. Oh, no, that's not the story. I thought it was another story. But this is U.S. sanctions 8 Nigerians over links to Boko Haram and cyber crime. I'll quickly take a bit of the story. The United States has frozen the assets and properties of 8 Nigerians accused to have links to the Islamic sect Boko Haram and the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant. This was contained in a 3,000-page document dated February the 10th, released by the United States Treasury Office for Foreign Assets Control and cited by the correspondent on Monday, which is yesterday.
Yeah.
The document also identified individuals sanctioned for cybercrime-related offenses and other security threats. The pronouncement comes on the heels of recent recommendations by the U.S. Congress for visa bans and asset freezes on persons and groups accused of violations of religious freedom and persecutions to Christians in Nigeria. The former governor of Kano State, Rabiu Kwakwanso, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, and Miyetti Allah Cattle were recommended by the United States lawmakers for visa ban and asset freezes. The OFAC document titled specifically designated nationals and blocked persons lists detailed individuals of other nationalities and entities whose assets had been frozen, serving as a reference tool. It also provided notice of actions taken against specially designated nationals whose properties and interests were blocked as part of the counter-terrorism efforts. According to OFAC, the move forms part of its broader efforts to block the property and interests of specially designated nationals and prevent financial dealings with them. The publication of Treasury's Office of the Foreign Assets Control is designed as a reference tool providing actual notice of actions by OFAC with respect to specially designated nationals and other persons, which term includes both individuals and entities whose property is blocked, to assist the public in complying with the various sanction programs administered by OFAC, the agency said. And on the story goes. So certain people are being, sanctioned, 8 Nigerians to be precise, over links to Boko Haram and cybercrime. I think we discussed something like this on the table. Was it on Tuesday last week or Thursday?
Yeah.
Was it Tuesday? I think it was on Thursday. Adebayo Edukeju was the one who was here. And that was when Kwakwanso's name was mentioned. We were looking at it objectively, which is what we always do on the table, and we were saying, is this really politically motivated, or is it some people or a group of people, just trying to, get a pound of flesh or be vindictive, for want of a better word. We looked at it, and to some extent, we're kind of a different opinion. I don't know what Akinfatuke has to say.
What I have to say is to align with our previous discussion.
Okay, so
our previous discussion was, you made statements as regards security being frontally, addressed. And my position was, will it really happen? But this publication that you have just mentioned is 1 to you, 0 to me. Why? Because the list of terrorist financiers has been given to Nigeria all this while. Now, for it to now take the American government to now make such a publication, don't forget a list that was given during Buhari's time.
Yes.
And
Opus Odima told us that.
No, before Buhari's time, I can attest to that. I was there. I was at the White House at a conference, physically.
So, list has been given.
Yes.
The Nigerian leaders of past, including the present, have not developed the political will to do what is needful. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think it was last year, that said that the thing is still being looked into. They wanted to go, hop, step, and jump. But lo and behold, we have a list of 8. They are in the public domain. The perception that we had is that the issue of Boko Haram, Boko, and all that is a north-centric, and it started from the north, substantially correct. No doubt about that. But it has its tentacles all over the country. That list included a substantial number of persons. Al-Badawi is there, Yusuf is there. We had a Yoruba name there, Akmolero. We had somebody from the southeast, Namdi, in there. My point, therefore, is this. Those who are aiding and abetting the perpetration of terrorism and crimes is tentacles all over Nigeria. You may say it is only one person from your end. Doesn't matter. Here and there. You may say in some areas they are vociferous to say never again and openly, as was done by Seyi Makinde in Oyo State, a PDP governor, who said no. Your fight for Odua nation and all that, you want to go and seize a television station, no, never. Their house was burnt down, unlike what we have in the southeast. The IPOB, you don't know the law, you know the law, stay at home and all that. You could see the kind of difference. So they are all encompassing. 2 things have happened. This list that has just been published, American boots, relatively on the ground, hopefully, to train and give us some support. Woe betide, and I don't pray it happens. Woe betide any funny individual in this country. I pray it doesn't happen. But I know they will be tempted to want to do something. Please don't touch the American eye. We need to be much more careful. The Minister of Defense has come, done the explanations. I think the days of terrorist financing gradually is coming to an end. But I have bad news. The bad news is, as we move towards 2027, I've said it before, unfortunately, more blood is going to flow. More kidnapping is going to happen. Basically because the hand of politicians are behind all this. And they are dividing us and tearing us apart. This is kudos. Not good news for Nigeria, but not good news for Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yeah? Take a cue from here. Take the tools and deliver the devil. One has started already. Let me be clear. What is happening to my friend and my brother, because we were in university together, El-Rufai, is going to be a litmus test case that nobody, not you, Mr. President, not Nuru Ribadu, not, not El-Rufai, can't take the state down. Highly irresponsible situation. And Mr. President, well, the federal government of Nigeria has moved in the right direction. I hope they make, unfortunately I have to say this, they make an example out of it. It's a journey of 1,000 miles. We've taken the first step in the dark. Nobody is seeing. But I believe we are going to get there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sometimes when Akifatuke talks, for a long while like that, I just get carried away and I forget that there's anyone else on the table.
Okay.
Stanley.
It is what it is.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, what do you think?
I'll go back to what I said last week Thursday. How come the Nigerian government didn't provide the list that the UAE gave us?
They provided it.
No.
But they have
No,
not
no.
done the necessary
Let's
things.
hear from
Okay.
Stanley.
They know the list.
Let's hear from him, and then you can speak
Okay.
later.
Okay.
They trimmed the list,
They trimmed the list.
right, to the Mitv Allah Catholic Rustlers and the association or whatever. Now pointing at just one individual. Now, who are the leaders of the Mitv Allah? At least they have a leader.
Of course.
Mitv Allah is like the Kwankwansiya movement. Who has a leader? Kwankwanso is being mentioned. And I remember, if you would agree with me, in this same country, the former Minister of Communication, Issa Pantami, made some funny comments regarding insecurity in this country and religious division. The list that Governor Hope Uzodinma has, in my own opinion, should be given to the American government. That is, if they have not. Remember, it's in this same country that we were supposed to pay some certain amount of money to a company in the US to help us
to
launder our image.
To do damage control.
So what's the guarantee that this money has not been paid and all of this is what we are seeing right now? It could go either way. Now, I don't have a problem with the list, but I have a problem with the fact that the name on that list, that's just one name. The 8 Nigerians, they said, they still went back to just what they said last week, which mentioned Rabbi Kwakwanso.
Yeah, and that's why I said,
remember,
we talked about this same thing.
Akifatuke, remember, a week after Governor of Kano State defected to the APC, Kwakwanso started having problems. Tell me if all of these are not politically motivated. Now, after the defection of the Kano State Governor Yusuf, of course, definitely his followers will move. Kwakwanso and the NNPP said they were solidly behind Kwakwanso. Kwakwanso is still not 100% is having his feet in the NNPP. He wants to be sure of what he would get before defecting to any political party, either the ADC or the APC. Now, how come all of this whole drama is happening in the midst of the defection and no defection and Kano issue? I dare say, dear American government, do a thorough research, investigate deeply. Let the names that they've collated that was supposed to be mentioned by Imo State governor, and at the end of the day, he came back and told us that he can't mention those names anymore. What happened overnight? He gave us time, he gave us date. In fact, he went as far as giving us the second. But all of that never saw the light of the day. Now, Tom and Aki, with all of this I just mentioned and everything that has played out before and after, would you say that all of this is not politically motivated? The image laundering and the proposed $9 million or thereabouts?
Yeah.
$9 million.
Yeah.
Lobby.
See, these are monies that can affect our lives. Why pay for
alleged?
It's on the front page of. It was on the front page of the Punch newspaper.
Whether it's in the front page, mid page, or like, it's only safe to say alleged.
See,
no, it was not alleged. It was.
I didn't manufacture this.
No, listen,
it was not
listen.
alleged.
Okay, hold on. Okay,
I read it.
Okay.
I have not read anywhere that the federal government of Nigeria has said they have paid $9 million.
No. I'm not saying they have. I didn't say they have. I said they proposed.
Okay, that the federal government of Nigeria has proposed.
Yeah, they did propose.
They did.
Okay, all right.
Now, like I said, if that money has been paid,
alleged.
I'm not saying
no,
they paid the money.
No, it's not alleged. It's not.
If they paid the money,
it was proposed. It was on the news.
When I use the word alleged, I am talking responsibly, and it's not just because I'm on the side of government, but less.
Okay, we are talking as journalists.
No, nobody's on the side of government.
No, Stanley and I are talking as journalists.
No, journalists.
Go ahead.
Also, journalism, we need to be cautious. I think it's only safe.
Sir, if I sit on this table and tell you we're talking as journalists, it means that I know what I'm talking about. It means I
understand your point.
I have absolutely no apologies, and it is not alleged.
And that's why I said if. That's why I use the word if. Okay.
So if
that money has been paid.
If
yes.
In English, if is conditional.
No. Listen, there are two different statements he has made. And if I disagree. You need to listen to him.
Hold on.
The first one he said was proposed.
Wait. I don't have a problem.
And I agree that it was proposed. Now he's now going further to say that if after that proposal the money has been paid, there are two different statements.
You understand? Now this is it. Now, in all of this, it's now looking clearer. It's now looking clearer that there's so much that has happened underground.
Okay.
How come, like I said earlier on, how come all of these names that the UAE government sent to Nigeria and the one that, what's his name now? The governor of Imo State said he was going to read out. All of these names have not been mentioned. We're just seeing one name. And on national TV, Issa Pantami, it's there. Like they say, records don't lie. It's there on the internet. Issa Pantami, almost... of course, we are experiencing religious division in this country, but right now it's looking more stronger. A minister, former sitting minister, making such derogatory statements, inciting religious war, and you say it's not clear. Now, how come his name is not being mentioned in this? Okay. Now, let me corroborate what you said earlier. Now, the financiers of insurgency in this country, this might just be their end. End in the sense that they may not necessarily release the names, you understand? But like they say, all in Yoruba Palace, now it means everybody will start sitting back and say, I think we need to start reasoning outside the box. I understand your point, but my point is all of this, Stanley Polikao, this is my own opinion now, has political undertone to it. How come it's coming at a time where different political parties are trying to lure political leaders because of their numbers, because they need the numbers? How come it's happening now? So there is more to it. that meets the eye.
Okay, Stanley, I agree. I come back to where I started from, and I don't want us to, to mix it, my understanding. I still insist that it's alleged.
Okay.
What Tom read out was a different list by the American Treasury based on information available to them which might not be available to Nigeria at this point.
Provided by who?
American intelligence. Now, the other one that we are talking about, which we have been saying all this while, all to have been released, all to have been released, all to have been released. Those names have come out, about 15 of them, they came out. Only one out of 15, 1 out of 10, that's a poor mark, but only one has been started prosecution. I think Mamu, the guy, the interpreter or whoever, to Sheikh Gumi. And I hear you loud and clear. So it's not only Pantami, Gumi, for instance, and perhaps so many others. It is slow in coming, extremely slow in coming. The one we are looking at, and the reason why I went in depth to look at it, the names, and it cuts across, all segments of Nigeria. I agree with you. You said it has political undertone. I also will tend to want to agree with you. But also, I want to be very careful that I don't make it a fait accompli. I also read when this initial list that you folks discussed last Thursday about Kwankwaso, Mieti Allah, and stuff like that. The federal government of Nigeria under Bola Ahmed Tinubu issued some kind of statement to say, no, it cannot be. And I know you, me, or some other people, depending on what side that you belong to, it was going to be political undertone. I don't think the government will go ahead and begin to say, hey, wait a minute. On what grounds are you saying this? And I got an explanation that the Kwankwasiya movement, that Kwankwaso was thick and thin. I also have said it openly that Kwankwaso may not be related, but Kwankwaso was one politician of the North who rubbished the fact that we should be able to count ourselves during Odumegu's time. He went to president at that time and said this is kind of rubbish. You may say it's not related, but by the time you put some of the dots, I believe the Americans have done all the things that they need to do. The federal government of Nigeria has silently washed their hands in saying Kwankwaso. Why Kwankwaso? Why not so many other people? The people like Pantami that you have mentioned. One of the biggest fish that we thought will never ever be persecuted, who even believed that he will never be persecuted, Malami, is undergoing trial. I am only trying, without necessarily conceding, that the governments of Nigeria, including the present government, is not tackling this with the way it should happen. The one I mentioned, an alleged lobbying situation, essentially was to go to America and say to America, it's not only Christians that are being targeted. That is my understanding. It's not only Christians are being targeted, Muslims are being targeted, but you know what? Maybe we are dragging our feet and all that, and then the Sokoto thing happened. What did we hear? That the government of Nigeria had or part and parcel of that. You see, things are shifting in a way that it's even going to go beyond what we can think of. Yes, Abba Yusuf has moved, also still a Kwankwasia. He has moved. I also read that the jigsaw puzzle that is playing out is the fact that Atiku Abubakar and ADC are going to be done in by another force that will come in Peter Obi and Kwankwaso, and so maybe government now say, let's find a way to go rubbish. But they didn't initiate it directly. It was done by the US. So you can actually come to think of it and say, yes, so maybe this is to prevent, Obi and Kwankwaso. They are still all speculative. But when you put all together, I have said, it is not about elections. It is not about first time or second time. It's about a Nigerian president who will have the mold and the signing of Ebola Ahmed Tinubu, who did what is unthinkable with our economy, attempt to is spending at our economy. Should also be able to do something like that. And if he comes back, if he doesn't come back, it doesn't matter. That is my position. Thank you.
Okay, I want to ask you one question. What exactly, because you have used the word allegedly a couple of times.
Yes.
What exactly do you understand that Stanley is talking about that you are saying he should use the word allegedly or alleged? Okay. I want that part, just that, okay, so that there's no confusion.
We can always play this back. Stanley was clear, and he said, res ipso facto.
You see, that's the problem with
wait,
too much English.
You said the word confuse you.
No.
You confuse your Kentos classic.
It's not my fault that I went to grammar school.
Okay, for all those of us who didn't go to grammar school.
And I know all of us went to grammar school. The fact speaks for itself. He was building a thesis to a synthesis by saying we had that 9 million, and I said yes, $9 million was started as a lobbyist thing, and then eventually then came and talked about the fact that the movement here and there, the lobbying might have just been to go influence the American legislature, Treasury Department, to indict Kwankwaso. That's
not
okay, finish your train of thought.
Okay, you asked me. And immediately he went there. I am a communicator. And I just said, I will use the word alleged. Not because I don't think you are a journalist, but because in this communications game, we need to be extra careful. Do you know that when you say alleged is not saying no, you didn't do it, but it's keeping you on a legal safe ground.
I understand. Oh, okay. I can't speak
so,
to Stanley. I understand the meaning of
using
the word alleged.
All I'm just saying.
But
wait. All I'm just saying.
No, you wait, sir.
all I'm just saying is that there are 3 of us.
Yeah.
2 of you are in alignment with.
I am not in alignment with anybody at all.
No.
I'm just trying to.
I said in alignment with the statement that is against alleged.
No, and that's why I knew there was. Listen, Stanley, let me just say this.
I am much more safe for the sake of Nigeria, for the sake of your profession, journalism, for the sake of whatever it is to say, it is alleged.
Okay, can I say this, Akifatuke?
Yes,
I knew that there was a breakdown in communication somehow.
Okay.
And that's why I came back to that statement. There actually is a breakdown in communication, because what I understood that Stanley was saying seems to be different from what you understood that he was saying.
Okay, all right.
Okay?
So
okay. What I understood Stanley was saying is that there was a proposal. It was not alleged that there was a proposal. It was stated that there was a proposal. Now, as a reporter, he will report and say, it was stated that there was a proposal. He will not say it was alleged when it was not alleged. Now, when one is speaking, especially, in a public space, you have to be careful. I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from. Do you understand what I'm saying? But this is a man who is reporting what it was. So, I understand that part of it. And I also understand your part of it. You are saying, to say alleged or use the word alleged is playing safe. And we understand that on this table because we do that a lot. Stanley does that a lot. But in this case, it was not alleged. In this case, it was reported. The young man just stated it as he should state it.
Okay.
So if you see it as, a statement that, you should be safe or keep safe, that's understandable. But doesn't mean that it was not reported. So that's my standpoint. My standpoint is that Stanley says it was reported, and I am saying, yes, he's right in saying it was reported. Why am I saying he's right in saying it was reported? Because it was reported. I don't know if you get it.
I get it.
Okay.
And
thank you very much.
As somebody who has worked with government here and there, I know the other nuances. I know how things can turn. I know, but it should not continue to be, a statement of argument.
No, we're not arguing. We just try to get it right.
Okay, all right. So
when you read the papers, and we are reading some reports, and they say it was reported.
I've read many things in the newspapers. I've read things that prominent newspapers have had to overturn. And I read the issues of this 9 million or no 9 million. It was not attributed to a specific government statement. They may be right. There might be leakages. There might be something here and there. All I'm just saying, it's not that I'm afraid. It's just that I'm also saying, let's be careful. Especially,
we are extremely careful on this table, sir.
Especially,
I must tell you that, sir, as the moderator, I tell you, sir, that we are extremely careful on the bumper breakfast table. I can't guarantee for any other program, but on my beat, under my watch, we're extremely careful about the things we say. And honestly,
and I've not said anything to what you are saying. No, I am saying, look, I don't know why, even if you said a reporter has said it, and you pin it up to a particular newspaper, there's absolutely nothing wrong in saying it is still alleged because it's not gone to the court of law. We've not seen whatever it is. The Americans have not told you that they collected 9 million.
Let's move on.
Sir, I want to say, Stanley. Let me say, Akifatuke, no, Stanley. Akifatuke,
yes.
See, if this statement was made by Stanley, then he can say it was alleged. Stanley is telling you that something was reported, that this is the report. Okay. So it is not originated, it is not, it didn't come from him, he's not the source. All right, on that note, we'll take a break on the Bumper Breakfast Show.
I haven't said what you said.
It's still MITV Plus.
I will not say what you said,
take that
but
break,
it's good for us to be safe.
It's good for us to take the break right now. We will come back with much more on the Bumper Breakfast Show. If this kind of things happen on the breakfast table, then you know that whatever we're presenting to you is authentic, because everybody is being careful about what they say or what they've heard, but sometimes we need to lay it as it was said. Akifatuke, I really, really appreciate you, and I appreciate your stand.
I appreciate you
and
too.
I appreciate Stanley as well.
And I appreciate you too. Let's go on that break.
All right, time to take a break.
Let's go on that break.
We'll be right back. It's the Bumper Breakfast Show.
Ramadan Ramadan, the only month of blessings and forgiveness, is here again. This is an opportunity for corporate bodies to grow their brands and individuals to enjoy unending blessing from Allah by way of sponsoring any of our ARI programs, specially packaged for this Ramadan period. You can sponsor our call to prayer, Ramadan Tafsir, Taraweeh live from Holy Kaaba, Makkah, Medina, Iftar Family Quiz Show, dawn transmission from 3 to 7 a.m. and lots more at affordable cost. For information on how you can be part of this program, contact our marketing department for details or call any of the following lines: 0803 300 4531 or 0803 515 8756 or 002 928 0721. Ramadan Mubarak.
We're kicking your year off
in all her glory
with more because we've got you.
You know that I got it. You get it?
We got kicks, we got scores, we got action, we got roars.
It's my specialty.
We got drama, we got fun. Crazy. We got more for everyone.
Bingo.
Come get it. Come get with us and stick with us too. And boom, there's an upgrade on us just for you.
We got you.
More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
Perfect.
For the fam, for the crew, more for you every day. Yes, we've got more of everything you need to start your year with extra joy.
Thank you.
DSTV, we've got you all the way.
This Ramadan, tensions rise and hearts are tested. Two rival sisters can love heal what pride broke. A defiant daughter, will she earn forgiveness? A young bride, can her faith bring her husband back? A wealthy businessman forced to rediscover family. An influencer torn between friendship and fame. A single mother learning that even strength needs support. 6 stories, 30 days. Faith, family, friendship, food, and forgiveness. Tales of Ramadan Season 2. Watch every dramatic moment on TV and digital. This Ramadan, might returns of the heat.
10 singles step into the love pad where love isn't just found. It's tested.
Moving along. I'm exploring.
Lines blur, desire takes over, and jealousy hits harder than any storm.
I'm jealous, and that's not something I hide.
The book.
Some find romance they've waited for their whole lives, and where there's love, there's bound to be heartbreak. In the love pad, every heartbeat counts, but in the end, who will find true love?
You're welcome back. This is MITV Plus, and it's a bumper breakfast show. We had a heated, very heated argument, and Akin Fatuke wanted to leave the studio because he has another appointment. But you know what he said to me? He said, you know, if I stand up and leave the studio now, people are going to think, oh, because, you know, we had a heated argument, you know, he's gotten angry and he's left. Hello, we don't fight on this table. We're mature minds. So yes, we are back, and we're going to be discussing, you know, one more topic, and this is why U.S. military trainers are in Nigeria. This coming from the defense headquarters. The defense headquarters has, you know, when you want to read these stories and you get all sorts of interference and adverts, it's so difficult, honestly.
That's how they make their money, don't blame them.
Okay, so the defense headquarters has confirmed the arrival of about 100 United States military personnel and equipment at the Bauchi airfield to support Nigeria's armed forces. According to a statement on Monday by Samalia Uba, the defense headquarters director of defense information, the body said the deployment followed discussions during a working group engagement between a Nigerian delegation and its U.S. counterparts. It explained that the move was planned and deliberate, coming after a formal request by the federal government of Nigeria for support in military training, technical assistance, and intelligence sharing. According to the DHQ, the corporation will give Nigeria access to specialized technical capabilities aimed at improving its ability to deter terrorist threats and strengthen the protection of vulnerable communities across the country. The DHQ stressed that the U.S. personnel are technical specialists serving only in an advisory and training role, not as combat forces. It added that all training activities will be carried out under the authority, direction, and control of the Nigerian government in a close coordination with the Nigerian Armed Forces. Nigerian troops alongside the advisors are expected to begin joint training engagements and intelligence-focused cooperation initiatives designed to boost their capacity to identify and neutralize extremist and terrorist groups threatening national stability. The DHQ reaffirmed that the Armed Forces of Nigeria remain committed to degrading and defeating terrorist organizations that endanger the country's sovereignty, national security, and citizens' safety. The military high command also assured Nigerians of transparency and timely updates on the cooperation effort. The statement reads partly, the deployment forms part of the deliberation during a working group engagement by the Nigerian delegation and its U.S. counterpart. The arrival is planned and deliberate following a formal request by the federal government of Nigeria to the U.S. government to support a clearly defined military training requirement, technical support, and intelligence sharing with the members of the Armed Forces of Nigeria. The collaboration will provide access to specialized technical capabilities aimed at strengthening Nigeria's ability to deter terrorist threats and enhance the protection of vulnerable communities across the country. And on and on and on and on the story goes, but we already understand the meat of the story, the main crux of the matter. We already understand. Akin Fatuke, you agree with me? I trust that when I throw this on your table, you will dissect it. But let's do time management small. All right.
I agree with you. 110%.
Okay. Yeah. So, my thing is this, Akin Fatuke. I remember, at a particular point in time, it was alleged. And I'm going to use the word alleged. I said to you, we use it all the time. We're careful when we're making statements. It was alleged that the U.S. bombed Nigeria recently, but we really didn't see any footages, relating to that. As journalists, we always like to get some evidence.
We are always inquisitive.
We want some evidence.
We want to know.
And so, again, I'm saying, We hope that really these people are on ground. Have we seen them? Have we started to see what they're doing? You know, do we have any clips? Do we have any footages of, you know, whatever it is? We are eager because when we sit on this table, we want to be talking authoritatively. I don't know what you think, Akin Fatuke. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think it's a good thing that if it's going to happen in Nigeria, but I also think that Nigerians should be carried along, not played this time. I think everything should be laid bare, put on the table. That's my take, but I don't know what it is for you.
I am in agreement with you. Back to the Sokoto bombing. The Americans allegedly showed something. We saw fusillades far away as far as
from past,
they
were not really new footages.
Maybe it is alleged. There's also a reason why, in my opinion, I'm not speaking for the military, for Nigerian military, that you better hide so much, because once you begin to now expose within the same military itself, within the same Nigeria itself, they are the ones that will go and give out information. So maybe there is this little bit shaken here and there. Only 200 men.
100.
200.
100. It's 100.
It's
100.
That have come.
Yes, 100.
Not 200.
No.
Okay, all right. So because I thought I read 200 somewhere.
No.
Okay. So 100 men have come. This time around, yes, we haven't seen them. We haven't seen footages. We haven't seen pictures. It might be from American intelligence. You don't begin to shoot in a hydra-headed situation that we have in Nigeria, when you don't even know who is tapping whose phone, when you don't even know who is within the presidency that is leaking out things. So, but the Minister of Defense has come out, unlike what happened in Sokoto, you know, to say they are here, they are there, and all that. And if you are being skeptical, Tony, it's not your fault. It's not the fault of anybody to be skeptical, because we've had it so many times, and then we see that the whole thing, propaganda or no propaganda. So I agree with you that let's pray for them. Let it also be a statement to people who are playing hide and seek for Nigeria that the day of reckoning is now fully here. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We don't have time. We've been asked, Odi has said, it's time for you to round up. We wish we could look at the newspapers to take one or two topics, but I don't think we can do that. So we just must round up on the Bumper Breakfast Show. It's always good to be time conscious. Akin Fatuke, it's time for us to say our goodbyes.
Yeah, I say goodbye, and I can assure Tomu and Stanley, I'm going to be back again. Even if you shut the door against me, I'll come through the roof. I enjoyed myself on a very serious note. I enjoyed myself very thoroughly. You know, the aspect of our discussions. We can agree to disagree. We can speak a lot of grammar, but the central point is Nigeria for our future. Let it be better. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I hope the camera is. Look at the smile on Toru's face. Oh my God, I like that smile. Thank you.
Stanley, let's hear it from you.
As a collective,
you are the setup. You are the setup to this.
The centrifugal center.
Yes.
As a united Nigeria, we can make that change. With all our collective efforts together, Nigeria will be great again. Good morning. Let's do this again tomorrow.
Amen.
All right. I have often said we are stronger together. On that note, I'd like to say thank you for watching the Bumper Breakfast Show today, Tuesday. I hope to see you again on Thursday. This is Mitv Plus. You know, what I would want you to do is just don't touch that dial. We are on again tomorrow. We have a Wednesday edition, Thursday and Friday edition of the Bumper Breakfast Show. It's been my greatest pleasure being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on Thursday. God bless.
mother's name is Mary. Not only that, my sister is Mary. Apart from that, my great-grandmother is Mary as well.
And you will name your own daughter
Mary!
Mother of Jesus. What is this now?
Jesus Christ! Hey!
Holy Mary! I see the pen for your head. Just follow me and start your household chores.
It's when them bomb me, I swear with my papa, I never shit man no flush am. In fact, if Ochiko enter at the come up here, they come out.
Before you begin, I want to show you something.
Wait this. My wife will be this.
Yes, the word of God.
Wait.
You give her clothes. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. You are the. She's carrying me and they're looking at her. Carrying me and looking at her.
I will never ever look at anything on that skirt again in my life.
Commander, what's going on here? Why do you have your things scattered all over the place? Your slippers on my bed?
How much would I give you for a night?
Are you mad?
Esther, you know they even lock your door. Okay!
You are a thief.
Mother weapon!
Now that Victoria friend will get big front and back. So I said, look, they go. I just
The remaining 2 minutes are for you.
Because I'm owing you money. Calm down. You should have thought about that before going to buy a phone that you cannot afford.
I go bite you if I not giving me my money be lightness. But
this is okay. I like the way you say Vicky. I even like the way you go Vicky. I do it again. Vicky.
Face to face is another way of life for this country.
House 22.
Most of those that were shot, they are actually landladies.
Ah! Landlady!
The mortuary I won't go. A mortuary is a place where dead bodies are kept.
911. Mommy, it's not 911. 911 is for emergency. It's for emergency.
This was help now, ma.
Because by the time I wax my single, my double, my triple, and my fourple, everybody will buy. And your family alone go buy.
Keke Mapep.
Yes.
Keke Maruwa. Okada. Agbegi Lodo.
Come on, put your hands together for him.
Thank you.
My God. It means clap for him. Appreciate him.
Ológbò ya àgbàjàre. Meow. The English of Ológbò ya àgbà. Na meow.
You want this boy to vandalize you? Mommy, no. Nothing. We're just... You daughter of Talament. He's a boy, son.
House 22.
There's a job for someone to do. Everyone expected someone to do the job, but no one did the job. Everyone blames someone for not doing the job. Meanwhile, anyone could have done the job. How does that concern you, you would ask? It has become imperative for everyone to participate in the political journey of our nation, Nigeria, to avoid the blame game. Let's Talk Politics is a talk show for political news, interviews, in-depth features, and satire, where you see things differently, know better, and also contribute to the discourse of today. We ask questions that go beyond just talking points. We press the aspirants of details of what they plan to do differently and how. Let's Talk Politics for a new Nigeria to evolve.
You must have the fear of God, because the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. A man slapping the wife and asking the wife, get out, go to hell. If he has the fear of God, he should know slapping the wife is like slapping himself.
Somebody sees a thing, comes into a place, looks around and says, no. I mean, we should reorganize things. Things are not moving well.
I say, shut up.
But you say, shut up. There's no opportunity for, I mean, how will they learn? Tomorrow, when they get into power, when those same youth get into power, they will not want to listen to anybody with a dissenting voice.
Exactly.
And that will be a conspiracy against progress.
Run away from bad companies. Bad companies ruins good morals.